In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 college basketball games happening on January 11, 2023 and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 college basketball games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer anywhere from 1 betting pick a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Indiana versus Penn State. A pair of teams from the Big Ten do battle in search of a victory in the Keystone State. The Indiana Hoosiers are on the road as they travel to take on the Penn State Nittany Lions Wednesday night. Indiana comes in off an 84-83 home loss to Northwestern in their previous contest, falling outright as a 6.5-point favorite Sunday afternoon. Penn State fell 76-63 against number 1 Purdue in a game that was held at the Palestra in Philadelphia, failing to cover as a 5-point underdog Sunday. In the all-time series between the schools, the Hoosiers own a commanding 42-13 advantage, including a 74-57 win at home in the most recent matchup on January 26, 2022. Both teams have had their issues of late after strong starts to the year. Indiana has dropped 4 of 6 while Penn State has lost 2 straight games entering this one. With that said, we've seen Indiana struggle with their depth since Johnson went down with an injury. Jackson Davis missed a couple of games while Thompson is dealing with an injury now. The Lions had a bad second half against a great Purdue team in their last outing and couldn't handle Michigan last Wednesday, but otherwise they've been playing great during this 5-2 stretch. Penn State has hit 69 or more points in 5 of the 7 games as well. As for Indiana, they've fallen to a tough Northwestern team and a pretty good Iowa team in their last 2 outings. It's tough for the Hoosiers to carve out wins when their depth is compromised. Throw in that the Hoosiers are just 1-3 on the road this season while Penn State is a sparkling 8-1 at home, and things are tough for Indiana. The Hoosiers should be right in this one though. Penn State is at full strength and pairing that with home court advantage pushes the Nittany Lions back in the win column. I expect this matchup to be a fun game to watch, so the Penn State Nittany Lions to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Indiana has gone over the total in 10 of their 15 games this season. The Hoosiers are 22nd in offensive efficiency, 5th in effective field goal percentage, 104th in turnover percentage, and 14th in 2-point shooting on the year. Indiana is above average in tempo as they are 66th in adjusted tempo with 70 possessions per contest. Penn State has split their 16 games this season in relation to the total entering this contest. The Nittany Lions are 38th in offensive efficiency, 85th in defensive efficiency, 23rd in effective field goal percentage, and 1st in the nation in turnover percentage this season according to Ken Palm. Penn State is a slow-paced team, ranking 279th in adjusted tempo with 65.6 possessions a night according to Ken Palm. Indiana has piled up points while pushing the pace, and Penn State has capable weapons offensively. This game edges past the total. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Baylor versus West Virginia. 2 teams in the bottom of the Big 12 standings play for their first win on Wednesday when the Baylor Bears travel to take on the West Virginia Mountaineers. Baylor is coming off a 97-95 overtime loss at home to Kansas State, losing outright as 7.5-point favorites. West Virginia lost at home to Kansas 76-62, coming nowhere near covering as 1.5-point dogs. The teams met twice last season, with Baylor winning by 9 on the road and 4 at home. Baylor was ranked in the top 10 for the majority of the season before this recent slide. They had huge wins over number 8 UCLA and number 14 Gonzaga, proving they can compete with the best. Keon George may be the best pure talent on the floor, oozing with potential that NBA scouts love. Flagler will definitely be the best shooter on the floor. Baylor has been through a tough gauntlet of 3 ranked teams over their last trio. The Bears lost all 3, but they've only fallen by a combined 3 points in the last pair. As for West Virginia, they've been fairly competitive over their own 3-game losing streak but couldn't do much with a tough Kansas squad on Saturday. Baylor is in great position to win this game outright, so we have no problem taking the points on the road. This one's a coin flip proposition though. Both teams have been on similar paths this year and seem to be comparable. Their records, advanced stats, and playing styles are also all similar. In situations like this, it always makes sense to take the free points. It'll be a fun game to watch. I like this matchup to come down to the wire, with Baylor powering out the W, so the Baylor Bears to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Both teams have reliable scorers that will be able to fill up the box score, and both teams average over 78 points per game. Baylor is especially strong on the offense, ranking as the 14th most efficient scoring team in the nation. Baylor's Flagler is shooting from the outside at over 48%, which helps space the floor and create driving opportunities for Keon George and the other athletes Baylor has. Baylor plays at the 98th fastest tempo according to Ken Palm, and West Virginia is 140th. Neither team looks to completely slow the game, and both score efficiently enough to send this game past the total. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Pittsburgh versus Duke. The Pittsburgh Panthers and Duke Blue Devils meet Wednesday in college basketball action at the Cameron Indoor Stadium. The Pittsburgh Panthers look for their 12th win. The Duke Blue Devils look for their 13th win. The Panthers are 4-0-1 against the spread in their last 5 road games and 10-1 against the spread in their last 11 games overall. The Blue Devils are 9-4 against the spread in their last 13 home games and 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 games overall. The over is 4-0 in Panthers' last 4 overall. The over is 4-1 in Blue Devils' last 5 home games. The road team is 6-1 against the spread in the last 7 meetings. Is Cameron Indoor Stadium still a tough place to play? Sure, but not as tough as when Coach K roamed the sidelines, because let's face it, he did have an aura about him and he let the officials know it if they missed a call. Scheer doesn't have that aura yet and he could use it with this team. This is a good Duke team, but not a great one, and without Roach, they are going to have issues. Capel is another Coach K protege who would love to beat his old team on the road. The Duke Blue Devils are the more talented side, but they've come up short against the number lately and are going up against a battle-tested squad. The Pittsburgh Panthers are off to a great start, and they've shown they can win on the road. Pittsburgh is also losing in the underdog role by an average of just 2 points. Duke has played down to the competition, and it's going to happen again in this game. Pittsburgh is averaging 75 points per game, and they are going to continue the offensive success in this game. This season, Pittsburgh has the capability of winning this game, and it becomes an easier task with Roach out. I don't trust this Duke offense, and that will be the difference as Pittsburgh gets the job done. So the Pittsburgh Panthers to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. If you are Duke and you want to limit turnovers, the less running the better. Duke is ranked 268th in adjusted tempo, while Pittsburgh ranks 183rd. Neither team is going to run a lot, and both teams play quality defense. Duke is used to putting up points in the 90s, but they average just 62.5 points over their last 2 games where they went under. Pittsburgh is a physical team, so they won't be bullied on the boards. These two teams will want to play an ugly style of game that will rely on their best part of their game, which is their defense. Possessions will be slowed down as Cameron Indoor Stadium will be rocking. The under is 8-3 in the Blue Devils' last 11 games following a straight-up win. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.